Welcome to another episode of A Conversation with Villa Springfield. I'm Michelle Hemphill, the Marketing Director at Villa. Today I'm excited. I am at Clark State Community College, and I'm with Nina Wiley, who is the Dean of Student Engagement and Support Services. Did I get that correct?
That's correct, Michelle.
Great. It's a mouthful, but it's a lot you do. Welcome, and thank you so much for talking with us today.
Thank you.
We're going to take a few minutes and talk about Clark State and talk about when the students start and the pandemic and all that good stuff. So tell everybody a little bit about what you do.
Sure. As the Dean of Student Engagement and Support Services, I am in Student Affairs, and really my job is about student success. So I work very closely with students. My areas directly involved are financial aid, records and registration, registrar, our athletic program, student life, counseling. I work very closely with student conduct. I'm a Title IX Deputy Coordinator. I am the liaison for the Mercy Health Clinic here on Clark State's campus, which I want to talk about a little bit.
Absolutely.
And I also oversee our Office of Student Support, which is an office on campus just going 3 years now that we've established that assesses, addresses, and identifies barriers that our students have, and then connects them with agencies and resources within our communities.
That's fantastic.
So, it's a lot.
It's a lot. But for, how large is Clark State? How many students when you're at capacity?
So over 6,000 students. We've got multiple campuses and locations, and we have a strong and healthy online population.
Right. That's fabulous. And people come from all over. You may be what people consider a commuter college, but people commute from all over, right?
Absolutely. And our online program, just last year we had a student from Alaska who
Wow.
was enrolled in one of our programs. So
That's
it's
pretty
pretty
cool.
interesting, yes. Our reach is far.
Yes, that's wonderful. Let's talk a little bit about when school's going to start, what it's going to look like, and what options students have right now.
Yeah, so we're excited. Fall semester starts Monday,
Wow.
August 24th. And we have multiple terms within the semester. So we have terms that are 8 weeks in length, 16 weeks in length, 12 weeks in length.
Okay.
For students who maybe aren't ready to start on August 24th, we have an 8-week term that starts in October. And then I have a 12-week term that also starts in September, with those courses ending in the middle of December. So we have time to still get students in for fall semester. If they wanted to start August 24th, or for those later start dates. And depending on, our students and their schedules, and still trying to figure out what they're doing at home possibly, or
Sure.
their work, with their children, that gives them more time to really work with a success coach and make a schedule that makes sense and fits their needs. We've been working really hard for the last several months and getting our campus ready. We've been open since July 6th to students, and students are on campus now, and they're scheduling classes or paying their bill, getting their student IDs.
Right.
A lot of our services are virtual. A student can complete every single enrollment function virtually and online. That's one of the silver linings that we found through the pandemic, that while we were working remotely, we were still able to service our students 100% online.
That's great.
As far as getting our campuses ready, we've got safety protocols in place. You can't walk a couple feet without finding a sanitizing station.
Yes, I saw that coming in.
Yes.
Signing in and everything. That's great.
You sign in, and we ask folks to sign out. That way we can monitor
Sure.
who's here. We have disposable masks available for folks that come to campus that don't have a mask. We also have Clark State.
Those are cool.
Yes, masks for students. So on their first day, they can stop at the service desk of their location and pick up their own mask. And we also have done deep cleaning and continue to deep clean our buildings and our classrooms. And then we have changed a lot of what campus looks like, as far as computer labs, our labs for classes and courses. It doesn't look the same because we have everything to the directives, for social distancing.
Right.
So we've had to limit, obviously, the capacity that we can have in our labs and our classrooms, and so we've spaced everything out so it's safe. So as you walk through campus, you'll definitely see differences. We've got markers down on the ground to keep folks, at least 6 feet apart.
Like we are. That's
Absolutely.
why we have no masks.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we have plexiglass up in areas where it's front and center. The admissions desk and the Sarah T. Lannis. Safety is our #1 priority for our entire community.
That's great. And you do a lot of your learning, a lot of your courses, the labs and everything are hands-on.
They are.
So that is difficult. And I would guess you'd have to stagger the amount of people that attend.
We have staggered the amount. We have changed the caps for classes. We already had a strong online format for fall.
Sure.
We are offering a synchronous online format. So for students who originally planned on coming to campus, let's say on Wednesdays for English class, now they're going to be at home or wherever logged into a virtual classroom on Wednesdays for their English class. So keeping them, away from campus, safe, and so, but we still have several classes and labs that will be hands-on and on campus starting Monday the 24th.
Well, and I think if you follow the guidelines and everybody follows the protocol, it can happen safely.
And we've been really strategic and consistent in our messaging. At Clark State, we have a culture of care, and that's the bottom line. And so to keep, everyone here that's safe, who visits campus or comes to campus to learn or to teach or work, that culture of care, that messaging, these are why we have these things into place. And so far everybody's been very, they've been great about
cooperative.
Absolutely following the directives, and they understand why.
Well, sure. Now, this is happening with the grade school kids and high school kids. If someone wants to take classes, do you help if they don't have a laptop or internet or those type of things that have been barriers for a lot of students?
So we do. We have emergency funding available. We have CARES funding available.
Great.
That we have rounds of applications where students can request money if they have been financially impacted by COVID and they have barriers such as lack of technology or internet access, or they have food insecurities, those types of things. We have a very simple, streamlined application process where students can apply for CARES funding, and we look at a few criteria. They have to be enrolled. They have to meet FAFSA requirements, and then we reach out to the student and award the monies accordingly. And we have helped hundreds and hundreds of students with this funding.
Well, speaking of food insecurity, you have a little mini food bank for your students here, don't you?
We do. So the Office of Student Support, which is the office I mentioned in the beginning, we're in our 3rd year now at that office, because we recognize so many different individuals, faculty and staff on campus. We're helping and assisting students with needs. And so we, through the direction of...
Just on their own?
Absolutely,
yeah,
yes. And
on
so,
their own.
yes, through the support of administration and President Blondin, we created the Office of Student Support. So I have a staff member whose job is to work individually and directly with students. And so, it could be seeing if they are eligible for benefits through Job and Family Services in their county of residence, or, getting food from our pantry. We have a clothing and coat closet on campus if they need school supplies. Now, some of that looks a little bit different right now, right? But we can still meet the needs. But it's really just connecting with the student. And then that way, my Office of Student Support Specialist has that one-on-one communication with the student to really assess their needs. So, let's say that somebody might have a need for a gas card or a food card. There's probably some other things and barriers, and so we really have those very safe conversations and try to connect them with agencies within the community or additional resources on our campus.
Well, how smart of you and Clark State to do that, because school's tough enough. And if you're worried about your food, or if you're worried about whatever, or even getting here gas-wise, you feel like you can't get ahead, you can't do it. So I think it's a barrier for a lot of students to even try to apply to come to school that may want to.
Absolutely. And we continually look at ways in which we can help students and meet their needs. We have a support service called TRIO, and I call it the safety net for students at Clark State. You know, they apply to be part of the program, and it is one-on-one advising, it's mentoring, it's basically another safety net in the college. You work with your success coach or your advisor one-on-one, really to help you walk through your career here at Clark State. We also have the Mercy Health Springfield Primary Care at Clark State, the clinic here on campus.
Yeah, and talk a little bit about that and when they are students here.
Yes,
the benefit.
Absolutely. And so students can visit the health clinic. They have 5 visits per year plus a wellness or physical. That is included in their health service fee that they pay. And it's a phenomenal benefit to have that resource here on campus. It's convenient.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure most of them don't even go, and if they do have to, it's an urgent care that doesn't have the records or have anything.
Exactly. And again, it's that whole culture of care, really promoting the message of health and wellness. So we really encourage our students, you know, go get your wellness check or get your physical, because it's free. And so they can also get testing done in the clinic. So for a lot of our students in the health petitioning programs, our health programs, they have many requirements that need to be done. They can do them right here on campus. Our student athletes can go there and get their physicals.
Oh, that's fabulous.
You know, the clinic is also open to faculty and staff in the community, but the priority is for our students.
For your students. That's great. And the clinic and the nurse practitioner that's there, she's wonderful.
Yes, Letha.
Yes.
Great staff, really making great relationships with, you know, our Clark State community.
And that's what it is. It's a whole relationship to build trust and to build a level of comfort so they feel like they can go there, or they feel like they can come to the food pantry or talk to somebody and not feel as if they failed or they're beneath anything else. I do know when you walk in Clark State, you feel like a member of it. Everybody's friendly, everybody's equal, everybody is willing to help you do whatever you need to do.
You know, everybody counts.
Yes,
every
absolutely.
single student, every single visitor, and it's having those relationships. And when they walk through the Sarah T. Landis, you know, good morning, good afternoon, hi, how are you? And it's starting that relationship right there.
Right, it is. It's great. With your programs that you have here, I know we've worked with Clark State at Villa Springfield before all this happened. With your SCNA program and with your nurse program, those are two, and your law enforcement and first responder stuff are the ones that come to my mind right away with Clark State.
Yes, we've got really strong health programs. You know, you mentioned the nursing program. We've got practical nursing, many programs within the health services field.
Yes.
Our emergency medical services program, our police academy, our fire academy. We've got strong business programs, and then we've got really strong and healthy associate degrees where students will come here for their first 2 years.
Sure.
They're going to transfer out to their 4-year institution of choice, and they have saved time. They have saved money.
Money, yes.
Yes.
And their associate's degree too, if they don't want to further it. The programs that you have, they are prepared to go out into the workforce.
Absolutely, and that is certainly our goal. You know, we want our students to enter the world of work. We want them to be prepared.
Right.
So we have many students who come here, and this is their choice. This is their degree, so they can either, you know, be advanced within the field that they're in, or start a new field, start over. So we really have opportunities for so many.
You do. It's so well rounded, and I would recommend to anyone when it's allowed. If you haven't driven through the campus or been out here in the last year or two, it's amazing.
Yes, and we have campuses in Beaver Creek, in Xenia, Bell Fountain, and then we have our downtown campuses in Springfield. So and online.
Yeah.
The online population.
Right, so you reach everybody.
Absolutely.
Is there a main number that they should call, or?
Sure, they can. 937-328-6028
Okay.
is our admissions office, and we direct students or perspectives or community members to, whichever office they may need.
Sure.
If it's not directly with admissions.
That's great. Now, another question I have is your CARE program. Can people donate? Do you take donations, financial donations for that? Or is there a way to be able to help students from a person in the community?
Yeah, that's a great question, Michelle. Through our Office of Student Support, we have accepted donations.
Okay.
Whether it's for our food pantry. Now, we are partnered with Second Harvest Food Bank for the food pantry, which right now is just on hold due to circumstances. But we also have a grab-and-go station for students who, maybe they didn't eat breakfast or lunch, and it's really hard to sit in class when you're hungry, right?
It's hard to sit anywhere when you're hungry.
Yes. And so coming in and maybe grabbing a granola bar or a microwavable mac and cheese. So
Sure.
take your donations for that. Our Coke Closet has been very popular. We take donations for that. And then we also, there are very kind folks who will donate, funds, money for either the Office of Student Support or through our scholarship program that's run through our foundation office.
Okay, great. And we'll have all that information at the end here, how people can get connected with those resources or whatever you choose, because we're all in this together. If you can help out, help out.
Absolutely.
This is our future. I feel like the students that invest in Clark State invest in our community. And a lot of times they stay right here in our community, which is what we need. We need the young adults to stay here and be our future and be our vision.
Absolutely. We just held our virtual commencement on Saturday, August 15th. And to prepare for that, we invited our graduates to campus. They could purchase a cap and gown if they chose, and they could have their picture taken with President Blondin. And the opportunities that we had to listen to students and meet their families and friends, during this very exciting moment, for them, this milestone. A lot of them are staying in the area, and this is where they want to continue to, raise their families or look for, their job or advance. So this is definitely, we want them to stay here.
Absolutely, we do, and there are so many bright minds in the younger generation right now, and they are so savvy with technology and everything. I need them. I need them here. So
yes, and we had many young graduates. Our College Credit Plus program, the program where students in 7th through 12th grade, if they meet criteria, they can enroll in college level coursework. And we had several students who actually completed their associate's degree before they graduated high school. So
that's
pretty
fantastic.
Exciting.
My kids did that, and my older son was able to start as a sophomore. It makes a huge difference. It does. It makes sense. It's free. It's a benefit that the state offers, right? It's through the state that you should take advantage of.
Absolutely, and we have great staff that work very closely with the high schools and the counselors and our counselors here, because we want to make sure that students are staying within the guidelines and they're taking classes that will count and towards high school completion, and then help them if they want to transfer here as a traditional student.
That's great. Well, athletics. What's going on with that with Clark State? Because you have some great athletic teams here.
We have 5 athletic teams.
Yeah.
We have women's volleyball, we have men and women's basketball, and then we have softball and baseball. We just had an open gym last night for women's basketball. All of our sports will be played in the spring, so we will have a very busy spring.
Yes.
And right now we're doing...
But how smart.
Yes.
They still get to play.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because a lot of our students, they need that focus. That's going to keep them here in college, keep them motivated, and we want to provide that opportunity. We have a really strong athletic program, student life program, and that makes you a well-rounded student. Really having engaged in those opportunities outside the classroom, you're strong inside the classroom. We want to help build your resume, your social skills, your leadership skills, your networking. While you're here at Clark State.
Yes. Well, Nina, I thank you so much for talking with us. I hope everybody goes to the website. Like I said, I'll have that at the end, and investigates a little bit more. I think we become numb to things when you live here until you need them. And the more you know about Clark State, the more we can share with everybody and let everybody know we've got, high quality education right here in our backyard.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Anytime you have anything you want to talk about, you let us know and we'll have you back on.
All right. Thanks, Michelle.
Sure. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of A Conversation with Villa Springfield. I'm Michelle Hemphill. Thank you, Nina Wiley. And until next time, we'll see you later.